All right, for this video, we want to take a look at Louisiana's state earned income tax credit. Right, so we're very familiar with the federal earned income tax credit, which is computed and reported on your Form 1040. But what a lot of taxpayers don't know is that many states in the U.S., about 30, have their own version of the state EIC. So if you are a resident in a state like Louisiana, not only can you qualify for and claim the federal EIC, but you might be able to get an EIC credit at the Louisiana state level as well. So Louisiana's state EIC, it's not very high. It's only 5% of whatever your federal EIC amount is, but nevertheless, it's still very important to claim this because it is money, right? So you want to reduce your state income tax liability as much as possible. So in this example here, we have John Q. Taxpayer. He's a single filer living in the state of Louisiana. He has no qualifying children, but he's still eligible for the federal EIC because of his income level. So the first step is always to do your Form 1040 and calculate your federal taxable income, tax liability, and your federal EIC. So again, here we have John Q. Taxpayer, resident of New Orleans. He has no qualifying children. He is a single filer, but his earned income, his wages are only $18,000. So $18,000 in wages puts him below that threshold to where he can still qualify for the EIC, even though he doesn't have any qualifying children. All right, so John completes the earned income credit worksheet for federal purposes, right? So he uses his federal earned income and he references the federal earned income credit tables. And so if you look at these tables, based on his status as a single filer, no qualifying children, and earned income of $18,000, the amount of his federal earned income tax credit is going to be $521, okay? So the $521 is then reported on line 27A under the EIC field there. So line 27A, $521, and the estimate of his federal earned income tax credit. Now, once all of that is completed, he moves on to the Louisiana state resident return. So we have his 2021 Louisiana resident return here. Now, he completes the return like he normally would, but in addition to filling out everything else, right, you want to make sure that you are reporting an amount for your Louisiana state earned income tax credit. So the credit itself, again, it's 5% of the federal amount. And so ultimately, it's going to be reported here on line 16, right? We can see earned income credit. However, you need to do the Louisiana earned income credit worksheet to make sure that you do qualify and you are computing the right amount. So if we jump all the way down to the Louisiana credit worksheet here, we have the 2021 Louisiana earned income credit worksheet. And note here how it has a reference to the Louisiana statute. It allows a refundable credit for resident individuals who claimed and received the federal EIC. Right? The federal EIC is available for certain individuals who work, have a valid SSN, and have a qualifying child or are at least 19. Right? So these individuals cannot be a qualifying child or dependent of another person. Now in this case, again, John doesn't have a qualifying child, but he's still eligible because he has the federal earned income credit amount for based on his very low income, right? He only has the $18,000 in earned wages during the year. So we have his federal earned income credit amount. Again, that's $521. Multiply line 1 by 5%. So we have 5% times 521. And then the amount of the Louisiana state EITC is $26. So again, that $26, once you've computed that amount, you go back up to your Louisiana return here, and the amount of the credit is, again, it's reported on line 16, earned income tax credit from Louisiana. So there's the $26 amount. So, John's liability before considering all the credits, right, was $355 in Louisiana state income tax. He gets to deduct the $26 in earned income tax credit, and so his net tax liability here after the refundable credits is $329. All right, so again, pretty straightforward computation. It's just something that you want to remember to always claim. Very often I see taxpayers in states only focus on the federal earned income credit amount, and they completely forget that there are state eligible credits as well. So if you are a resident of Louisiana and you qualify for that earned income tax credit for the federal purposes, be sure to check on the Louisiana state side because you might be eligible for a Louisiana state earned income tax credit as well. All right, so that covers it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next video. Thank you.